to answer the first question, it's a movie about the searching of identity, escape reality, and the importance of dreams. So the protagonists are searching their own identity, especially Camilla and Mimì, the passage between puberty and teenage. And so I think also the movie, it's looking for its own identity. It starts as a coming of the age, then became a noir, and just at the end it's a horror because the supernatural enters the genre. And I don't know, when I think about the story, I have some images come in my mind, and I am following those images, and if I'm lucky, they bring me to a story. So one of the first image I have, it was Mimì on the light lamp, upside down, in the street, like the tarot cards. And then
it started with that image.
Yeah. And then all it come.
And the vampire.
It's a form of psychoanalysis. It's an expensive one, but it is. And yeah, that's it. I was not conscious to playing with the different genres, to have this hybridization of the genre. It really comes out naturally. And yeah.
Does it look like, because then you wrote the film, and then when you filmed it, how different was it from script and the result?
Well, yes, we really didn't have a lot of money. I mean, we really had little. And big part of the crew was first time working on it, working in cinema. Something has to change it for sure, and especially from the storyboard, because I usually paint all the movie in a storyboard, like if it's a comic book. And so I can have all the control of the editing, of what the shots I really need and what I don't need. So when it will come out, the DVD and the Blu-ray, I will make a commentary on that, because you can see some scenes are changed a lot. So maybe I have designed 10 shots, but I couldn't make it because we were shooting 5 scenes a day. I have 6 weeks and 1 camera, and it's it was it was really tough. I didn't even have time to rehearse with the actors, and they are so young. I mean, Carmilla was 12 and Mimì was 17. And all the movie was shot at night, so they couldn't work until midnight. I didn't have time to rehearse with them, so a lot of the time, the biggest amount of time I was using to work with actors, to work with them. I had some experience as an actor, and I come from a family of actors, so I really love actors, and so a lot of time were working with them, and I couldn't move that much the camera or have more cuts, but. For me, it was fine. I mean,
were there actors you knew from a longer time, or were there?
No. I met in the casting for Mimì. I really wanted to spend a big part of the budget on casting, because we started casting during COVID. So I really need to collect all these Zoom call and videotape, and then I wanted to meet every actor, from the main to the extras, by myself, and giving them at least 20 minutes to express all the best. Because the screening test, sometimes actors are really low because they have anxiety. So it was, because it's a picaresque trip, a voyage, it was so important to have the right actors. It's always important. It's the main thing after the story, the actors.
Yeah, it's very precise.
But yeah, here I didn't. I mean, there was no Mimì. There was no Carmilla. I was not writing, thinking about actors. So I have to meet my Mimì, and he couldn't be wrong, otherwise all the movie was wrong. And when I saw him, it was a revelation, because I imagined Mimì with Domenico's face, and I freak out. It was scary. I have it in front of me, Mimì, and then I met Sara, that plays Carmilla, and she was unbelievable, skilled, and so good, and reminds me a lot of Natalie Portman when she did Leon with Luc Besson. So talented, as well as Abril Zamora, as well as Mimmo Borrelli that plays Nando, and a lot of the other actors as first time on the screen or taken by the street. Like the tattoo player is first time on the screen.
But it sounds like you put them in condition and then they play naturally. Or...
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
I really leave them a lot of freedom. I also want to put in their mouth the dialogue so they can change it, just to feel more comfortable. I think the most important part is casting the right people for the role. So you really have to understand what kind of personality they have, if there are some tick, if there are something that you can use it on the character. And as they says, you never finish to write the script. You finish to write the script at the mixing room.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you about editing and mixing.
Yeah.
Well, how the film changed again, maybe when you edited it. How did you work it? Because it's like...
Well, I cut it 3 scenes, but it was all done in storyboard, so it was not so, you know, you have to be careful with the tone and with the rhythm in the editing, especially in this work, we really work it on the rhythm. And sound design is another big passion.
Actually, a sound designer also. So
this movie is done with my team of friends, like the same that has done L'Errore and all the short movies. Because one of my best friends is Andrea Arnone, the director of photography. The other best friends that won an award at Sitges, given by Katarina Kubrick, the daughter of Stanley Kubrick, and his collaboration. And Francesco Galli, in another best friend, which is the editor of the film. And Paolo Amici, the sound designer, I work with. We have done also Pinocchio by Matteo Garrone, the sound of. So we started to work together. The first shorts, as an editor, as a director of photography, as a director, we did it together. So we are a kind of a zoetrope family, you know, we call it Zaboom. But so it's so beautiful to work with my friends and my team. And we edit all the movie in my house. I live in a screening room with a big screen and a 5.1. I'm living in a cinema. So we were like closing in that cave a lot of time because we didn't have the editing on set. So we have to choose all the take, and that was long to choose all the part. But we had so much fun.
Great.
Thank you very much. Grazie mille. Grazie mille. If you have any question, or I can answer it here, or we can have some drink and music, and we can talk as you prefer. I think we go with a drink. Okay, I need one.